points until you get a little bit better placement. You see that it starts to look much nicer. Let me zoom in so that you can see the difference. You have more defined squares rather than the way it was before, where you see there's a lot of stretching happening. Okay. Look at how much this top part is now making more sense. It's a little bit better distributed than the way it was before, that it was very stretchy like this one over here. Okay, that is what you need to do across all the the geometry, and making sure also over here, you see that you're having some problems here with some of the UVs that are actually out of place. What you can do is, let me show you a trick. You notice how when I click on one of them, this one highlights. That means that those two UVs share the same location. One belongs to this face, one belongs to this face, but they share that corner there. So there is the well tool, this one over here, that you can use. So you can click it on, click and drag. When you see that cross over there, just release it, and that means that those UVs are now pretty much sewn together. So you can just keep doing that. Let me turn it off. To define a nice edge, and so that it's not broken up like this. This just happened because of the cylindrical mapping we just did. So just keep, giving a nice sewing to that. Let me undo that. Click off the tool to arrange these. Look how much nicer it looks from here than this mess up over here. So I want you to work on that. This green ones over here cannot be overlapping like that. When I say overlapping, is that notice that they're kind of behind other UVs over polygon faces. That means that you have this is a face that is behind this other face over here. So those edges have to be like this. The green edges should be on the outer area. So welding them like this will help you resolve the problem with that, and it doesn't happen anywhere else. It just happens there when we relax, and it will probably happen on this area over here. Could happen here in the bottom too. So just continue relaxing those areas, weld those edges. Don't worry too much about these. If on the middle, if you see good placement on the texture over here as you go, it looks pretty decent. Don't spend too much time, just flattening that. The ultimate goal is that everything looks that is well distributed, not distorted like this, or this area here shows a lot of distortion, you see. And this area here shows some distortion also. So try to make sure that it looks like squares instead of distorted rectangles like that, okay? The back part, the same thing. You might need to check what's happening on this vertices over here. Let's take a quick look on the UV editor to see where they are. Okay, those are the areas that you want to relax. First sew those, weld those edges with the weld tool, and make sure that you go and relax those points. Once you have everything, working fine, what you need to do is, first of all, making sure that everything is fitting inside the default texture area. Okay, and you might need to scale. So just scale it. Make sure that the width and height are well defined, so that you don't have rectangles again. If you do, you might need to go back and scale to make sure that you have nice squares like this. And if needed, go back to the material editor and make that tiling maybe 50 or 60, however you think it might be good for you to see what's going on the model. Okay, like right here, I would probably just stretch. You see how nice it starts getting now like squares. This is the area we still need to work, so I'm focusing on this middle part that seems to be well laid out. Okay, and that way you have your template, and that's what we need to save. So file, tool, render UV template, and render UV template, and that's the window you get. You minimize it, make it smaller so that it fits.